Hi, I'm Lonna Kelly, and this is Hudson Valley Arts Speak. Thank you for tuning in today. My guest tonight is Merritt Minnemeyer, and she's from Arts Mid-Hudson. And welcome, Merritt. Thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let's just tell everybody a little bit about what you do at the, I keep wanting to say at the Arts Council, but it's
Sure.
really not the Arts Council, it's Arts Mid-Hudson.
Right.
So what is your position there?
Well, I'm the Grants and Funding Manager, which means that I administer all of the re-grant programs. And I also curate, if you will, a season of professional development workshops and support artists in their pursuit of funding. We do administer the grants programs at our office, but we also help artists locate other sources of funding as well.
Yeah. So a re-grant program is, say, you get money from New York State, and then you re-grant it to artists.
Right. So our major program is the New York State Council on the Arts, NYSCA, and that's our decentralization program, which is coming up shortly. So if people want more information on that, they can visit our website. Soon we'll be starting to go out into the community and do info sessions on that.
Yeah.
We also administer grants for Dutchess County and for Ulster County for their arts funding specifically.
Yeah. And what kind of programs do people apply with, or projects?
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
It's quite a variety. I mean,
Yeah.
we have every medium of art represented. A lot of multimedia projects, and everything from visual, music, dance, theater, writing, you name it.
Yeah.
We have it.
Yeah, yeah. And how do people apply? I mean, when you go out into the community, do you go to, say a library, and they pull together a group of people to meet with you?
Right. So we'll give a presentation on the guidelines and what's eligible and what isn't. And then there are three streams available, three funding streams. So there's a project grant, which is pretty wide open. And it can be almost anything that you can think of within the parameters. It has to involve the community for that program. There is also the Arts Learning Grant, so that's for teaching artists or artists who want to build their skills in teaching and then impart those skills in a sequential way for any kind of group. It could be young students, could be any group. And then there's also the Individual Artist Commission, and there's up to 2 of those available per county in Dutchess, Orange, and Ulster. And that's an individual artist project developing new work.
Yeah. So for something like that, what do you look for? Are there specific qualities that you might look for in the grant?
Well, just to be clear, I'm not looking for anything in particular because I'm not making the decision.
Okay.
We ask community members to come, and there's a panel process that it goes through. That's a common misconception that the staff has some sort of power over this, and we really don't. We're just facilitating. But the panels often look for certainly high quality programming, projects that are well thought out, well planned. The budgets make sense, and that's where we come in. That's where we sit down with an artist and say, okay, look, this idea looks fantastic, really stellar, really interesting and engaging. Maybe we can work on the plan of it. And because often artists, they get really excited about the ideas and involved in the creative process, but then we tend not to look at the sort of nuts and bolts of how things are going to be.
Yeah.
So the panel really looks for things that are well thought out, that are feasible.
Yeah.
And then, and if it's interesting, innovative, does it engage the community in a way that makes sense? Does it serve the community in a way that makes sense? Sometimes an artist will come and say, I have this great idea for this certain audience, but they haven't talked to that audience, and it's not in response to a community that's asking for that kind of project. They just have an idea. So we'll connect them with community members, and then they can hone their idea according to what the needs are.
Yeah, yeah. So can you think of any particular project that was funded last year that...
Let me think.
Yeah.
Well, there's one coming up actually in Ellenville called Purring Tiger. It's a really neat project. It's an interactive art exhibit that is not just for kids. A lot of kids like it because it's sound, it's movement, it's light, and then you touch it and it responds, and it's in this traveling box, and it travels all over the country. They were at Coachella. They were when they go to lots of festivals.
Oh,
and
really?
Things. So it's not just about some of the projects are they start from local artists, but some of them are brought in from other places for the benefit of our community.
Okay.
So that's an example of one of those. That's a really high quality, really engaging project that brings in another level of artistic and creative innovation to our community. Let's see, there's a project that we're funding in that's not, the Poughkeepsie Schools didn't apply for, but it's happening in Poughkeepsie Schools. It's a dance project, and it's another organization in Poughkeepsie, and they're bringing a dance program into the Poughkeepsie Schools, and that's a really neat, of course, really important kind of idea for kids in any level of development. But that's something that's Arts Learning Grant is really geared for.
Yeah.
There's a folk program that's coming along. Gosh, there's so many. La Galigazza. Yeah. That was one that we funded through the Dutchess Partners in the Arts.
Let me ask you another question.
Sure,
what about, I know that you have actively been, not you personally maybe, but the Arts Mid-Hudson has been actively seeking kind of partnerships for pop-up galleries in different areas?
Right, so right now we have 6 sites for pop-up galleries. So this is in addition to our in-house gallery.
Yeah.
And we have Lilia Perez, who's in our office, is the pop-up gallery coordinator. And she accepts submissions through our website where artists can submit their work, and then she will work with that artist to pair them up with one of our pop-up gallery sites. And sometimes that you get paired with another artist too, if the work sort of works symbiotically.
Yeah.
And it's usually up for a month or 2, and then she'll help install, and she'll do all the coordination and work with you on the sales, and then when it's time to bring it down, she'll help you with that too. So.
Yeah. What kind of sites are they?
Well, we have a law office, we have Dee Dee Barrett's office, there's Artist Palette, Main Printing in Poughkeepsie, I'm not going to be Just For You, which is in Kingston. I'm not going to be able to name all of them off the top of my head, but we have restaurants, public spaces, and new coming in, or people are always asking to add to our list too.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
it
it's
sounds
really
very
fun.
successful.
It is. It's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Arts in the Loft is another program that the Arts Mid-Hudson does.
Yes. That was a juried. It was a show that people voted on for the wine bottles, and then a lot of the submissions for that, and then the winners got chosen to be put on the wine label. So that was really fun. That's
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And the Dutchess County Executive Arts Awards are coming up.
Yes, they are.
And I have to, give disclosure. I'm involved with the Artist Open Studio Tour, and I manage it, and we're going to be receiving the Art in Public Places Award. So we're very, very excited about it. Really.
Congratulations.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
And those are all publicly nominated too. So, so we always bring in community members to bring in these awards and nominations, and to give out and work on the re-grants as well, because it's really important to us that we're not the keeper of the keys in this, that we're really bringing in the community as a whole, and it's accessible to as many people as possible.
Yeah. So you did mention that you have a gallery at the office,
right.
And you have also something coming up there, the holiday sales.
So we actually just this weekend we're going to have every show that we open and close opens with a wine and cheese reception on the Friday, and then closes on the final Sunday with an art brunch. So this Sunday will be the art brunch for our Long Reach Arts group that's in there. And then in November, we're going to have another show opening in a couple weeks. And then in November, we'll have our pop-up shop, which is our holiday shop. And that's a really fun time because, the staff really likes it because we like to shop there. But last year we had over 70 artists represented in our shop. And there's always something new coming in because the work is all original and all local. So come and support your local artists there. And it's a really lovely, there's all price ranges, cards, jewelry, gifts, you name it, we have it in there.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a really nice way to get something that's different.
Unique,
you're not
special.
going to the mall and picking out something that
right, that everybody has. Right, it's something that's
mass produced.
That's right, and little
it's
paintings
something different.
it's really quite a special
yeah.
special service that we offer.
Yeah, I've been to this shop and
Yeah.
bought stuff. So.
And every day there's an artist that sits there too.
Oh, really?
So you can, an artist is participating in the shop.
Yeah.
So you can talk to them about their work and the community that they're part of too, which is really nice. So.
Yeah, and Arts Mid-Hudson has really grown in the last few years.
Indeed. We have, yeah.
Expanded beyond Dutchess County.
Yes. So it was originally the Dutchess County Arts Council, and then largely through the efforts of our decentralization program, which is the NISCA-funded program, we took on Ulster County a few years back, and then Ulster County said, we want you to do our arts funding as well. So we took that on, and then a few years later, we took on the Orange County DEC funding. So then the board at the time said, well, we really need to change our name to reflect our services and,
yes.
the area that we serve. So then
yeah.
we became Arts Mid-Hudson. That was about 3 years ago.
Yeah, so the full 3 counties.
Yes, the full 3 counties.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. And now, so as the in your position, do you have to visit each county?
Yes.
Talk about the grants.
Yes, so we do a lot of visiting. So the information sessions are coming up soon, and we'll have 4 in each county. But in addition, we're having some new outreach programs. I started last November, and right after I started, we started the Meet with Merritt program, which is basically me going out into the 3 counties once or twice a month, depending on where I can connect with people and connect with sites. And I'll either be at a library or a funded site that we have, or just other partner organization. And we take appointments, or it can just be as drop-in. And anything that the artists need help with, if they need help with coming up with a project idea. My background is in programming as well as theater and music, so I love talking to artists about their programs. Yeah. But also budgeting, technical assistance with their grants, if they need help with writing narratives about different proposals, any kind of thing around their professional development or their grant seeking, anything like that.
Yeah. And it's art in a broad sense.
That's right.
It's not just visual art. It's,
definitely. Like all the mediums that you can think of.
Yeah. So poetry, writing,
right.
music.
That's right. Mm-hmm. In fact, we also administer the Poet Laureate program for Dutchess County. So Poet Gold this year is the Poet Laureate for Dutchess County, and she did an address at the county executive's annual State of the County speech.
Really?
And it was really, really lovely.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the awards ceremony that's coming up, would you just say when it is? And that's also a fundraiser for the Arts Mid-Hudson, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on October 5th.
Yeah.
So buy your tickets now.
Yeah.
And it's a really lovely event. We do the Arts Awards for Dutchess County Executive Office and also in Ulster. And it's such a lovely celebration of all the vibrant, exciting talent that we have here. We often talk about making Dutchess County and our whole region the artists not just serving the people that live here, but the people that are coming to visit here.
Yes.
And Dutchess County is really a draw in
yes.
terms of our creative environment and the creative economy here. It's really exciting how much it's enlivened and growing and it's full of life and full of energy.
It really is.
The creative community here.
Yeah. So we're at the end of our time.
All right.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's great talking to you
You
and
too.
hearing what's going on.